With most rosters fully announced, and some first glimpses of franchise teams in real action in the off-season events, I wanted to give a quick and way too early prediction on who will win the 3 leagues in Valorant next year. I think y'all might be surprised who I have winning it all in the Americas League. Starting with the Pacific League, there are a number of top teams from last year that are pretty much the same, i.e. Paper Rex, DRX, Zeta Division, as well as Talent Esports being the 2021 Champions Team, X10, with the return of Petty Fan to Valorant after retiring last year. The only newly assembled team that I could see challenging these powerhouses in the Pacific would be T1, who recently transitioned from the North America scene to the Pacific Franchising League, and have acquired a number of the best available players from South Korea, as well as bringing in both Zeta from Cloud9 and Saya player from the Guard. This could be a very powerful team, but right now it would have to be between DRX or Paper Rex. And after the great Champions performance they put on, I could see DRX being the ultimate victors this season. The Pacific League is the most straightforward as the top powerhouse teams have been able to retain their rosters, unlike the teams in the other 2 leagues I'll get into next. This is where the true effects of rostermania can be witnessed. Moving to the emea League, headquartered in Berlin, there's been a whole mess of a lot in terms of roster changes, and no team remained unscathed. But the 4 teams that have really stood out with their roster changes have been Team Liquid, Natus Vincere, fnatic, and Karmacore, with the brother buff of Scream and Navera. Team Liquid has been able to build a great team around Solkis and Yumpy, picking up a top 3 player in Nats, as well as Safe from Guild, and Redgar from Gambit. But no team has been able to keep their core players while picking up the best talent like fnatic, who has only gotten better with the addition of Guild star Leo and Gambit's Chronicle. This, with the continued core of Boaster, Alfier, and Durka, looks so deadly. I would have to give the EMEA League to fnatic, as on paper they just look so stacked. But of course, they've never been able to reach their full potential, which might allow Navi or Team Liquid to steal this win from them later in the season. But right now, my pick is fnatic. On to the last league, the Americas. Honestly, there are a bunch of teams I could see winning it, from Ye joining Cloud9 to the insanely stacked NRG squad with 3 Optic players and artists, to the electric revamp of Sentinels with Saucy and Pincata joining Tens. Almost every team has put together a championship contending team, but for me there is one team that I think will win the Americas League, that being 100 Thieves. And I'm not just saying that as a fan of 100 Thieves, and believe me, I'm not. But with the addition of Cryocells, they just might be able to win it all. Out of my 3 picks, this is my riskiest pick because on paper, they don't look the best. I think they have what it takes to win. With a swap of Cryo over Will, who, while a solid entry, never felt like an international talent, compared to Cryo, who has proven throughout last champions that he is a top talent in the world and can take down the likes of FPX and fnatic. This swap provides the missing piece to the team that looked so great towards the end of the season with an LCQ win and an upset victory against fnatic and champions. It felt like a lot of the chemistry within the team started to mesh, and they truly look like one of the best teams in the world, especially now with the addition of Cryo. This team is young and looking poised to take down the other titans of the Americas League. Honestly, this league will be the most contentious, with most likely no team looking like the clear favorites throughout the season. I believe 100 Thieves will ultimately shock the world and win their first major event in 2023. So I have DRX, fnatic, and 100 Thieves being the ultimate champions in their own respective regional leagues. But who will win the first major tournament in Sao Paulo, where all 30 teams have been invited to compete in an in-person tournament to kick off the new season? This is so insanely hard to choose, and I'll actually not be choosing any of the 3 league winners, as I believe losing this tournament will inspire them towards success later in the season. I actually have Navi winning. This was so close as I had both Team Liquid and NRG up there as well. But looking early on, Navi just gives me a lot of trust in this roster, where CNED fits perfectly with the already Masters winning core of FPX. I just see them being the first franchise team to be able to truly work as a team, as well as improve on their own performances from last year, which was already insanely high with an impressive 11-6 record in LAN events in Copenhagen and Istanbul. I have Navi winning the first major tournament in 2023. Of course, all these are just opinions and I can honestly get 0 right, like pretty much everyone else will. But also I wanted to see who you have winning both the kickoff tournament as well as the 3 leagues. So please comment below, I would love to see your best guess. Until next time.